Hello, this is Deborah Anderson, the Black Woman Animator, coming back to you with another video. In this video, I have Joshua Leonard, and we'll be talking about his cartoon, Team Supreme. So, Joshua, can you give us a quick bio, quick intro about you?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I'm very grateful. Basically, I was born in Miami. I'm a military brat. Uh, Always been drawing my whole life. Always been a fan of animation my whole life. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now, man. I just graduated from the Art Institute 2018, and my animation path has been pretty fun. So I'm thankful for that.
All right, so first question, what can you tell us about your animation journey from childhood to graduation?
Yeah, so as a child, my older brother, I'm the youngest of three boys, and my older brother taught me how to draw Garfield when I was in kindergarten. So once he taught me how to draw Garfield, I never really stopped drawing. And I was raised on like Looney Tunes and Chuck Jones and, Disney, obviously, the Fleischer Brothers.
Yeah.
But and I was an athlete as well, so I never stopped drawing even as an athlete, because I knew if I got injured, which I did, I would have art to fall back on. So got hurt, hyperextended my knee, and kind of stuck with the art. I was a graphic designer, major, living in Biloxi, Mississippi. I was at William Carey College. That got destroyed during Hurricane Katrina, so I got evacuated to Atlanta and didn't get in the Art Institute that year because I had too much debt from William Carey. And my daughter was also born during Hurricane Katrina, so we went back and I kind of just followed them and helped raise my daughter. And now that they're here, they came in 2014. I came, and when I went to the Art Institute again, I got in. So everything went well. Graduated summa cum laude, valedictorian. I was the commencement speaker with Rep. John Lewis. So shout out to him, and I'm praying for him that he gets healed. And I graduated in 2018. So it's been a really good process for me to just be graduating 2 years ago, and I've already had gigs with Nickelodeon. I worked on The Wrong Rock. That's a short film. I did some storyboard there. Did some character design for Nickelodeon. Worked with Disney on, I got considered to be a character designer on a Disney show. And then I had my own product that I'm putting out as well. So it's been I'm real thankful for the opportunities that have been given to me just in the 2 years that I've graduated and just learned this stuff. So it's pretty dope.
Yeah, and you also could have worked on Klaus too, right?
Could have worked on Cloud. Yeah, I couldn't get out there to what was that? Was that Spain? I think.
Yeah.
Spain? Yep.
So tell us about your project, Team Supreme. How did you come up with the idea?
Yeah, so Team Supreme is my baby. So basically, for people that don't know, Black people in the animation industry is less than 3%. It's probably a little bit better now, maybe even 4%, maybe 5%. But growing up, not seeing, a lot of people that look like me in the industry, certain characters kind of was a discouragement, but it also kind of motivated me to, number one, create more Black characters, and number two, create more diverse and inclusive characters. So I came up with Team Supreme, which is a cartoon about some kids who have a disability, but the disability is also their superpower. So I feel like it's needed right now. I think it'll be really dope, not only for the kids, but for the parents of these kids that have these disabilities. It's gonna teach and motivate them that they can do whatever they want. So I have friends and family with disabilities, so it's kind of close to home for me. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
So tell us more about your passion about, I guess what I can glean from it is making sure kids see people that look like them, whether that be your cartoon or you.
Yeah, so just the main thing about Team Supreme was to include everybody, you know, and even in the development, I'm thinking like, you know what, I want a character that has superpowers that might be a little overweight. You know, this character might have diabetes. You know, I was tired of seeing the same type of character with the, you know, the muscle bound and all of that, strong jawline and all of that stuff. So my goal is to create a world where all of these different looks, you know, Spanish characters, you know, any type, and all disabilities. Like it's endless the things we can do with this model. And but yeah, I mean, it's so important for the kids to see this so they can really believe in themselves. That's the main thing.
So can you get into specifics about some of your characters and possible storylines that you have?
Yeah, not really the storyline, but just, you know, we will speak on like bullying, you know, acceptance, stuff like that. And some of my characters, I don't know if you can see them back here or not, but I have Sweet Pea right here. So she has sickle cell, if you can see. But I have Lee right here. Lee is blind.
Okay.
So I have Mech right here, who has spina bifida, so he's in a wheelchair. That's Dr. Jackson right here. And all these are life-size cutouts. So he's like 6'3" in my room right here. He's huge. I have my main character, Zeke, right here, who has autism. And then I have Thumper right here, who is deaf.
Okay.
And so I have, and that's just, this is the core of the team. Like I said, I'm still gonna have tons of other characters that we'll kind of introduce in other episodes, and just in that universe that I've created.
Yeah, so it's kind of what something that's popping into my head is like Sesame Street has its core Muppets, but then they have other Muppets that come in.
Exactly.
Cool. So so what progress have you made since launching the idea and putting it out there for the world?
Oh man, it's been such a dope process. So what happened was, I didn't know how to animate. I didn't know how to do character designs like the industry. So I went to school for it. And once I started learning it, I always had the idea for Team Supreme around 2009. I just didn't say anything or show anything about it. So as I learned more about character design and character turnarounds and animating, you know, frame by frame, 3D, all of that stuff, I kind of started to tease it. And then once I put it out there, Ashton Kutcher's company, A+, they did an interview on me, a little feature, and then Attention did a feature on me. And once Attention put that feature on me, that's when it went viral. And I think it has like 6.7 million views right now. And when it went viral, I was able to meet people who kind of got me in contact with other celebrities, and that's how I came in touch with Jason Weaver. So shout out to the Benny Dada Tillman and his wife Toya. They really they put me in touch with Jason Weaver. Jason got me in touch with Rishi and Lena Waite from Hillman Grad. So both Lena and Jason and Rishi are all producers on Team Supreme. I got a good writer that is also writes for the show Quantico on Fox, and her name is Giselle. So Giselle is dope, and she's actually partial deaf, so really dope. And that's kind of where we're at right now. We got the pilot ready, and we're getting ready to start pitching. So we're super excited, and that's where we at.
So, what do you feel is the importance of making connections, and how have you been able to make connections through this journey of trying to get Team Supreme produced?
Yeah, it's very crucial to network. I was blessed enough to have this idea to where, although I still needed these celebrity connects, just the word of mouth alone helped me out a ton. Like a lot of people reached out to me and like, hey, what can we do to help? How can we? And I'm like, man, just word of mouth is good enough. So but the importance of networking, and I just found this out today, that if you have a project that you're about to pitch, the best way to do it and kind of get people to take it seriously is to get these celebrities behind it. So once people are hearing like Lena's on it and Jason Weaver, they're like, all right, man, this project might be the truth. So yeah, you have to build these relationships with people. You know, not only just for handouts and stuff like that. You try to learn from them as well. Like Jason is a huge mentor to me. Very helpful. He's very humble. So I'm learning a lot from him as well. So and Lena for even finding me. So
yeah,
it's very crucial that you build these relationships.
So what are some strategies for getting yourself out there? So I know you've gone viral maybe a couple times. So maybe go through each time you went viral and what exactly you did, or even the consistent building of your following. What kind of things are you doing to put yourself out there and get noticed?
Yeah, I think one of the main things that I've pretty much perfected was branding. Like I feel like I'm a real good brander as far as myself. And it started when I was at the Art Institute. I was branding even back then. I wore suits and stuff like that, so people kind of took me more serious. And you know, as an animator, animators don't really rock suits and stuff. They, you know, they in jeans and a t-shirt, so real comfortable. So I think my look kind of helped out a little bit as far as how I was carrying myself with the suits and stuff. And the photo shoots that I would take real professional photos. And what else? And then social media, man. That's the main thing. And I can't stress it enough, man. If people would take social media seriously, like it's supposed to be, I know it's social media, but if you run it like a business, like I do, I mean, they'll come to you. And that's kind of what happened. So LinkedIn is probably one of my favorites, just because you can follow Disney or Netflix or Nickelodeon, and it'll actually show you who works there. And then you just add those, you know, you add those recruiters, and then you kind of reach out to them, animators and producers and executives. And I remember drawing it was a picture of some character I made up, and it went viral on LinkedIn, which I didn't even know was a thing. And it opened up the door to me getting a gig at Nickelodeon. So he was like, man, I saw you work on LinkedIn. I love the design. I love the look of your characters. And once you get that foot in the door, they were asking for 4 or 5 designs. I was giving them about 20. You know, I was showing them that I wasn't playing around. Like I was real serious about this. So that's another thing. You got to take, you know, you got to put your best work out. You got to take it seriously. You know, don't if you get an opportunity, take it 100% serious, and carry your social media like a business. If you don't have or have several social medias, have one where you have fun, have another one where you about your business, and then have one for your artwork and stuff. I got like 4. But yeah, I think social media is the biggest killer, and it's also the biggest, you know, it's the biggest help for some people like myself. So I'm real thankful for that.
So to go back to the Art Institute, can you tell about what do you think is the power of you going to school later in life, and kind of get into detail around the support you had and kind of what you tried to tell the students that were younger than you, but they didn't really listen? Can you get into that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So originally, I was going to play football at the University of Miami. So I'm a 2002 high school graduate. And if I would have went to school out there during that time, 18 years old, it would have been a whole different monster for me, you know? So I would have been out there partying, and my focus would have been off, you know? So I went to school 2014. I'm 36 now, so I'm like 32. And then, you know, my daughter is like, at the time, 10, you know, so it was things that I had no choice but to do. And I think being an older student, you take it way more seriously. For one, it costs way too much money, you know, so you didn't want to waste any money. And you really understood, like, this $100,000, I'm going to ask every question I can, because I'm paying for this. So I wanted to really take advantage of that. And and not only that, I was working a full-time job. I was running Leonard Studios LLC. I was doing stuff for NFL players. Shout out to DJ Williams and Rashad Butler from the Miami Hurricanes and NFL players. They gave me a shot when I was a freshman to design clothes for them and logos. And so, what else? So as I'm in school and I'm older than a lot of my peers, I tried my best to kind of ask, like, well, how come you're not getting your work done? Well, you don't even work a full-time job or have a job. Like, they get out of class and go play video games and stuff,
Right.
which is great. But it's like, bro, you should be putting out some fire artwork at all times, with no excuses. Yeah. But it's hard to, they're young, so I get it. But at the same time, I tried to kind of motivate them, because I went into that school and I told the president of that school, like, I'm coming out here to kill all the competition I can, man. And I did my best to do that. So, yeah, for me, just going at a later age really helped me out. And I had that laser focus, and it helped out a lot for me. So it's good.
Didn't you have there was a woman professor or something that encouraged you, or I can't remember exactly. I feel like you mentioned
like a mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while I was in school, I think I was a freshman. I would see social media again. I think I saw the short film called Mila getting worked on LinkedIn, on Twitter.
Okay.
So me being a freshman, I'm not, I was out there hustling. So I sent a message to the Mila page, and I just let them know. I introduced myself. I let them know that, hey, I'm interested in work. It was a free job, but I wanted the stuff on my resume, and I wanted to build relationships. So I sent my portfolio. I introduced myself. I told them I was a freshman here, and I'm still learning animation. But they love my illustrations, and some graphic design work. So they reached back out and offered me a position on the Mila film. Like I said, it wasn't any money, but as a freshman, you working with a real studio. And shout out to Chinzia. She's the one that kind of mentored me through, and she worked on DreamWorks. What is that? The movie about Moses. I forgot. I got the poster right over.
Oh, Prince of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt. She worked on that, and so now she's at Cinesite in Canada, I believe, but she's in LA as well, so she's remote. But she helped me out so much, and it's good to get a mentor that's in the industry. They're gonna be 100% honest with you. At first on my website I had that I was an animator. She was like, "Nah, take that off. You're a character designer." I mean, just real raw, just like that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. And I feel like as artists, we shouldn't be so quick to, a lot of them get their feelings hurt. If they, you don't like my artwork, I'm like, look, if it's trash, let me know. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. You ain't gonna make me better as an artist. And my job is to grow as much as I can. And so she helped me and walked me through each step. Business cards. So she was getting me prepared for CTN. And ever since she did that, that's when the Nickelodeon stuff started happening. Like, everything was lining up in place. And I'm real grateful to have her in my corner, man. She's really been a good help to me. So shout out to Chinzia.
Nice. So what are some of your long-term goals, whether that's personally or for Team Supreme or anything that you have that has to do with animation? What are some of your long-term goals?
My long-term goals, like say 5 years from now, Team Supreme is going to be major, worldwide phenomenon cartoon. My main goal is to create a school that teaches everything but uses art, uses more art than anything. I feel like these schools are failing these kids because they're boring.
Right.
Even when I was growing up, I would get in trouble for drawing in class all the time. And if you think about it, everything has evolved from Google, the technology-wise I'm talking about. And then you see, 50 years, 80 years, however old the schools are. I mean, they all look exactly the same now. The students still sit one by one behind each other. It's boring. So I'm like, man, put some couches in there or something, man. Put the chairs in a circle this time, and the teacher stands in the middle. I feel like there needs to be more of an artistic field. You know, these kids, they like rap music and stuff. Do whatever it takes to get through to them. You know, so I want to kind of like LeBron has that school. I want to do a school like that with that focuses on teaching the kids, but with artistic and make it fun. You know. So that's my real end goal, and I want to do a few of those schools. So I'm excited about that. And then I have the Joshua Leonard Foundation that's going to take off. Where I'll be mentoring. We're going to focus on inclusion, diversity, field trips, scholarships. It's going to be dope, man. So I got a lot going on, and I'm super excited about it. And but I'll keep y'all focused. I'll keep y'all up to date. So
cool. So if you could tell the people watching, whether they're maybe in middle school, high school, college, what advice would you give them? What important things do come to front of mind to tell people?
Kids listening, take pride in your work. One, take pride in your work, because your last name that's all you have, man. Once they start putting negative stuff with your last name, as far as like work ethic and stuff, it can mess you up in the long run, man. So, and that's kind of what I teach my daughter. Like, anything you put out, man, do your best. Put your best work out. Social media, like I said earlier, man. I know it's cool and them snap videos popping and all of that. I get it. I see my daughter on there. I be like, take that mess off. No dancing, man. Take that stuff down, man. Keep some stuff professional here. All right.
Right.
And then whatever you choose to do in life, make sure it's something that you love to do. That way, it's never gonna be work.
Right.
You know, I started off, like I said, as a graphic designer, which is still dope, but it wasn't what I really wanted to do. You know what I mean? I really wanted to be an animator and a creator. So living in Biloxi at the time, there was no animation out there.
Right.
So I was kind of like, man, graphic design is the next best thing. I still get to draw, you know, I get to design stuff, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do. So when I came to Atlanta and got to see all the, you know, SCAD and the Art Institute and all these art schools, I was like, man, I'm never going to retire now. I'll never have to retire because I'm always going to draw until I die.
Right.
So make sure you do whatever you want to do, but make sure it's going to make you happy in the long run. And it ain't always about the money either. So, you know, you can make a ton of money and be miserable, or you can make less money and love what you do. So,
yeah.
So as we round out this video, please let the people know where they can follow you and follow your journey.
Okay. So my Instagram and my Twitter are both at I'm Joshua Leonard. That's IMJOSHUA LEONARD. And you can find all my other websites, all of that other stuff from those two handles. So thank you.
Thank you, Joshua, for coming on the BlkWmnAnimator YouTube channel. If you have any questions for Joshua, you can put them in the comment section. Like so I know it's real. Comment and tell me how you feel. Subscribe to Seal the Deal and sign up for post notifications to show your zeal. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Thank you.